I didn't spend much time in the Yetzirah world. I think I've entered Beriah. Beriah has a unique function. It's very, very close and parallel to Yetzirah world. The secret of the Beriah world is the heart. And that's the root of esoteric everything. Esoteric Islam as Sufism and emotions. It's a parallel thing with Yetzirah. In fact, the root of the heart is in Bina, which is the left brain, the thought brain, when it's associated with Chokmah. But that thought brain sinks into the physical heart on the left side. And it's the root of the 7 midot. And in a certain sense, the 7 palaces come out of the Bina world. The Ben Yah. And we sink down into the heart and into the left arm of the tefillin. And we strap that left arm of the tefillin to our body, the heart. This is the heart, as opposed to the brain tefillin. And the arm tefillin, you see, which is the first left ventricle of the heart, is tied and bound to us. And we do that sitting down in the Beriah world, because this is the heart in the Beriah world. And then we stand up and we put on the tefillin of the head in the Etziliot world. And then miraculously, we tie the finger of the left arm tefillin, standing, because that left arm tefillin, when we think, it's the other ventricle of the heart. It's the right ventricle. And when we put this on, we have a letter, a letter Yud Shin Shin Yud Dalet, a Shaddai, and I'm going to show you what that is. And so the point is that the left, the Bina, the intellect, you actually have to think with your heart. The heart eventually is higher than the head, because the heart has 2 ventricles. The left ventricle, all blood. The evil inclination in the right ventricle, which is empty, clear, white, so to speak. And that's the good inclination, the Yetzer. Yetzer Tov, Yetzer Tov. And these 2 Yetzers in the heart, the Yetzer, because the word Yetzirah comprises the word Yetzer Yah. So there's a tie-in between Beriah and Yetzirah. And how do I know all this? Because in the Shema, which to me is the highest deal, in the first paragraph of the Shema, you say, V'ahavta, and thou shalt love. See? Because the Shema is in the Beriah world. V'ahavta, thou shalt love. Et Adonai Elohecha. And then the most important thing. B'kol levavacha. B'kol levavacha. You know the word b'kol. Hashem gave, who was it, Abraham, b'kol, everything. And what did my father tell me at the end? I should have done everything. B'kol, with all. Levavacha, but why is levavacha spelt with two vavs, two bets? And that's brought down that the word lev with two bets means the two inclinations in the heart, the right and left parts of the heart. But I have such beautiful gematria here because B'kol, when fully spelt out, is 586, which is my magic number. And Shofar and Yesod fully spelt out, and Yerushalayim. But strangely enough, when the final Kaf is 500, the total expression here is also 586. 52, and then 534. So 586 again. So there's a tie-in between Shofar, Yesod, Yerushalayim, and B'kol levavacha, and these two aspects of the heart. You have the total heart. And what happens and it's known in this, that the mochim, the brain, the thoughts are highest. But after the thoughts, what do? They come back. It comes back down into the right ventricle of the heart. And then you have B'kol levavacha, your right ventricle, your good inclination is taken over the evil inclination. And the heart is total. And this is the great secret of Hasidism. And the Baal Shem Tov used to take his hand and put it over the person's heart. The great transference is actually that. It's the heartfelt. My brother had that attack in his heart. Another beautiful thing here is that B'kol is 52 and levavacha is 54. It's 106. That's kav. It's also the letter nun. And I have a lot of stuff with that. I'm not, but the letter nun is a magnificent number because it's two nuns with a vav. So basically it's 2 times the 50. You see? It's 100. And the vav connects the two parts. And this is the whole idea of the, the teruma and everything else. But the other thing I want to show here is that the word levavecha, the full spelling here of levavecha is lamed is 74, bet is 412, bet is 412, and kaf is 100. That comes out to be 998 plus 1 for all, and that's 999, and that's El Shaddai. El Shaddai is the Yesod designation, and related to the Shin Yud Dalet, a Shaddai that's wrapped on the hand in the completion of the tefillin of the left arm. But here we are. Let's talk about the heart. You see? The heart is the root. It can be either the Makaba or it could be the Malakim. There's such a mix-up between Yetzirah and Beriah. Because Yetzirah, in a certain sense, is the manifestation of the Beriah world. In more physical terms, in a manifestation of seven, so to speak. And Beriah world connects the higher world of the Yud, of the Chokhmah. And this connection, the middle connection, you know, the middle path is the real path. It's the path of the Aleph, of the Yud on top, the Yud on the bottom, and the middle in between. It's the same as the middle path in the body of the Chokhmah, of the right hand and the left hand have to merge together to make a middle. There have to be a balance in the right and left to make a middle, because the important thing is the middle, the kav. 106, B'kol Lavavaka. And you only have a tick-tock here, short moments of time to elevate the spirit, because this is the waiting room down here. We've come down here to elevate ourselves for eternity. And the weirdest thing is you can only do that in the physical world. The weirdest thing is that you can only elevate the spirit in the physical world. You're only spirit, but you can only elevate it here. And the other weird thing is that you can elevate others down here. Those who have already passed are sending you signals for help, to elevate them into more pleasure. What we feel down here as physical pleasure, its source is in the spiritual domain. That's why when people take, heroin and other drugs and psychedelics, it's because they want the total pleasures of the body. And don't blame them, because that's one fiber of the total pleasures of the soul that will receive after, for eternity. And this is B'kol Lavavaka. And this is the Beriah world. And the weirdest thing is it's located in the intellect. And the intellect drops into the emotion. And that's why in Sufism, in the dance, the Sufi dance, they lose intellect, and then it's a different type of thought. And as I'm saying this, I'm You move with physical instinct from Yesod. But that Yesod has come down where you drop the intellect. But yet there's still thought. Another interesting thing here is the two bets themselves in the word levavacha. I took the two bets out. And the two bets are 412 and 412 in their full spelling. That's 824 plus 6 letters. Each has 3 letters. That's 830 plus 1 for all, 831. So the two bets make an aleph. 831 is how you make an aleph. Lamed, final pay, is 831. Whoa. The two bets are coordinated into an aleph. Because the root of the bet, the origin of the bet, is the aleph. And in the heart, the two ventricles are needed to appreciate the aleph, which is Hashem. By entering the Beriah world, you enter the heart. Hopefully, I'll meet you there.